mean, a lot of people, not just you, but a lot of viewers from around the world, from everywhere from Germany, Finland, all over the United States, and throughout South America, have donated games to Classic Game Room, and I try to get through at least 2 of them a week, which at this rate, honestly, it's going to take me until the end of time to review all of the games that people have sent. So I tried to scatter them about, and I think you and I share a lot of similar tastes in games.
Yes,
and
indeed.
Don't underestimate the amount of games he sent, by the way. He's like a giant box that we got, which, by the way, your packing is just about as bad as mine. Because you wrap these giant boxes in duct tape and packing tape, and you open the thing up, and it just explodes with video games. Stacks of Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, Game Boy, PlayStation 2. So I'm working my way through your collection slowly, let alone everyone else's. But I think we share a lot of the same taste because you like Sega racing games a lot.
Oh, a lot. Indeed, I like the arcade-style racing.
Yeah, I've noticed that. And that Initial D game was pretty cool that you sent.
It's the first time I played Initial D, it was in Germany in the arcades.
Mm-hmm.
And from that time, I just love Initial D.
And of course, you've sent a lot of the Sega Rally titles.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. There's 2 or 3 of them from Namco that I have in my queue that I'm waiting to put the time into.
The one with the girl on the cover.
Yeah, it was like Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you sell a racing game? You put a hot chick unzipping her racing outfit on the cover. That's in my queue to review right now. And you've sent a number of the Outrun games, and I love the Outrun series.
Yeah, that's the best series out there.
And the newer ones are good. I actually hadn't played them. You sent Outrun 2007, I think 2 versions, because you sent the PS2 and the Xbox versions, or at least the Xbox one. He actually sent, because you also sent a modified Xbox to the show to make sure we had no problems reviewing a lot of these games. That green, I reviewed it on the show, the green Halo edition. That was the Halo, the Xbox. And he always puts little notes on the inside of everything, so when you start it up, it says something like "All Hail Lord Carnage," and the Soundwave toy that you sent has the Klonoa music on the card in Soundwave, and we actually have the I'm not sure you can see it here, but we have the Optimus Prime Convoy iPod player.
I think I got it here as well.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Let me go grab it.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I've returned, this time with Unicron. There he is. I haven't, I still want to make sure everything is fully assembled, and I'm going to clean him off. It's a little dusty at the moment. Before we do the full review, his leg's coming undone there. But here's the Optimus Prime Convoy that you sent, and I'll be reviewing this when we get a couple more, whenever I set some time to review a few more classic toy rooms. We'll put them up there.
This is one of my favorite Transformers video game, Mark.
You sent that one along. I have not played that yet.
This is the best one.
That's what you said. I'm going to have to see about that, because I really enjoyed Transformers: The War for Cybertron. So
it's a good game as well, but this one kicks ass.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to that. I just haven't sat down and played it because you've kept us busy with all this other stuff, like the Sega Dreamcast Dream Eye.
The camera, yeah.
I haven't hooked this up just yet. What is this going to do?
This was a project by Sega that were going to be produced to the United States to use with games that are compatible with the Dream Eye, but it was only sold in Japan.
And this is still in the packaging, I might add.
Yeah.
Where do you find all this stuff in such remarkably good condition?
I do my research, and sometimes I just let my friends buy them for me. Of course, I give them the money back.
It's just remarkable. Like, I think without your support and the support of a lot of people, a lot of people who watch the show, both in the U.S. and internationally, without your support, I think Classic Game Room would have been pretty much limited to like Atari, Genesis, Dreamcast, And we obviously cover a lot of the newer releases now, but
Yes.
thanks to you guys, I'm able to expand, and I love reviewing stuff for the underdog game consoles. And a lot of people ask me, like, why do you like so many dead game consoles? Well, they're interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I love that. I still love the classic games. Just timeless.
I mean, it's not that the Panasonic 3DO is bad. It's actually really very good, and it came out right before the PlayStation and the Saturn. So there's so many.
Yes.
There's like a lot of really cool games on it, which I have no idea how they got funded, because they must have been expensive and then lost their shirt on these games. But like it's just interesting, and the Atari Lynx is not as expensive to collect for as the 3DO, but there's a lot of very cool Atari Lynx games, and of course we never had a release of the Wonder Swan in the U.S. So that's
also here in Qatar we didn't have it, but I just look on it, look on the internet, and I just found it there.
So what you need to do with your knowledge and apparent skill at collecting is start your own game store.
A lot of people, also my friends here in Qatar, they ask me why you don't open a shop, have all this cool stuff. Yeah, we are jealous from you. I said, I'll think about it.
Now, obviously, you're into retro gaming and a lot of the Sega stuff. What are some of your favorite new game consoles? Because obviously things are very different now, and there's not as many of these obscure kinds of systems like there used to be. Like, what do you like now?
That's a tough question. I'll say maybe the Nintendo Wii and the PlayStation 3.
The correct answer is the Sega Dreamcast. But I already know.
Yeah.
But I already know you like the Dreamcast. You've sent a nice collection of Dreamcast games. I was putting the shelf together over there. I was stacking up all of the games Mohammed sent from the Dreamcast, one on top of another, and there's like a nice pile of them that I think it's going to take me so many years to get through all these games. Because I try to ingest them. Not every game is my style, but I at least try to ingest them to understand what the game is about, and who would like it. That's why I want to take some more time with the Klonoa games, because I don't want to just do one and not be able to relate it to a lot of the other ones, because not that many viewers have a Swan Crystal.
Of course.
But you do. You have a Swan Crystal, right?
In fact, I do. I have the Swan, Wonder Swan cover.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
I'm still playing Klonoa. I still didn't finish it, so I'm trying to finish that game.
You need to talk to developers about making some more Klonoa games then. After you start your game store.